Hi there, listeners of Illusion. It's really great to be back recording again. Please forgive the sound of the washing machine as I record this disclaimer. Now, it wouldn't be a new series of Temporal Discussion without a disclaimer about an audio issue, would it? So what it was this time is that we recorded over Zoom, we recorded separate tracks, and somehow they are all out of sync at various points during the recording. Now, I tried to fix it. I had to give up. I passed it on to Dave, who very kindly spent hours trying to fix it and also recording a video for me of like how he was trying to fix it. And we both just decided it was too big a job. Now, Dave said he's quite happy to go back and do it again as long as someone pays him £150, which is the going rate for that kind of thing. So if it bothers anyone that much, then feel free to send to his PayPal or something, I don't know. So what we've had to do is we've had to use the main track where everyone is already pre-mixed, which means that unfortunately you will get people talking over each other, you'll get coughs and all sorts of stuff left in. We really did try. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much. On with the episode. I got some stickers the other day. I'm going to see how long it takes me to get kicked out of Sainsbury's. I've got a roll of stickers that say for rectal use only.
How about now?
Oh,
hello.
That's
yes.
much better. That's much better.
I can't flipping hear you. Type to me.
On a different note, I have the best protein bar in the world. Cream egg protein bar.
For use rectally only, I take it.
No.
Private joke, Mr. Bulmer. Private joke.
He can't hear you.
Anyway.
He seemed to nod with considerable
Good timing.
considerable understanding when I said something about rectally. I don't know what it says about it.
I can now hear you. And can I be heard?
I wasn't saying anything.
What amazing timing.
Welcome, listeners of Illusion, to Temporal Discussion, the episode-by-episode Knightmare retrospective podcast. I'm Martin Harder, and I'm naughty, very, very naughty.
And I'm Kim Stewart-Crossley, and I am not particularly naughty, but I am very happy to be here.
And I'm Martin Odoni, and yeah. Yeah.
After taking almost an entire series off, that's how enthusiastic you are about being back.
Oh, go then.
Speaking of people who are back, today we're joined by one of our most popular guests from the last 5 years of the podcast. It's an honest pleasure to welcome back Dave Bulmer, not the English accordionist known for compiling influential Irish session tunes back in the 1970s.
I'm so disappointed.
Yes.
Because of his existence, I've been able to Google my name and find people saying they're glad I'm dead.
Nor is he the councillor for Chard Town Council in Somerset, as far as I know. Are you?
I am. I flipping am. I'm not. No, I'm not. Wait. You could get in trouble for impersonating someone like that. I'm not.
I don't think he's a policeman. You're fine.
Can you just impersonate people if they're not a policeman? I didn't know that. Right. Hi, everyone. I'm Martin Odoni.
Oh, Rory Bremner's in a
this
lot
is
of
my
trouble. Rory Bremner and Alistair McGowan are in big trouble otherwise. So.
Who is this Dave then, Mr. Harder?
Can I get to the end of the first paragraph?
Fine.
I don't think you will, Matt.
This, Dave, is one half of Sonic the Comic the Podcast, a show that has built a devoted following through its mix of deep dive analysis and absolute chaos. Sounds familiar. He's also known for his inventive YouTube work, his love of retro games and animation, and a comedic style that's entirely his own.
I've never been introduced properly.
Dave, Your 30 quid, the
Yeah.
30 quid, you have to get that to Martin before the end of the day.
Very reasonable, I thought.
He owes me and Kim 10 each. So.
Right, okay, sure.
I know you're like a big Dizzy fan.
Oh, God, yeah.
Have you tried the Knightmare Dizzy fan game yet?
No, I've not.
It is amazing.
Unless you
awesome.
unless you count Wonderland Dizzy, I haven't played a single Dizzy fan game, and I must get round to them.
It really gets the atmosphere of Nightmare spot on. The only thing that's wrong with it is you can turn back in it. It really does feel like you're in the dungeon.
I might. That sounds like a stream to me. Might have a go on that.
I have to confess, I was in the local shop looking at sweets earlier, and I did get some fruit pastels.
Oh, there they are right now. I got my pastels. Here they are right now. I got rid of my last fruit pastels only recently. And when I say got rid, that was because, this is a true story, I've had one of those tubes. You know, one of the, I can't tell what kind you had there. Is it an unwrappy tube or a solid tube?
Unwrappy tube.
Okay, so you know the solid tubes that you might get at Christmas. Well, someone gave me one of those, and I take a long time, famously. It's not very famous, but to listeners of my podcast, it is, to eat fruit pastels. I'll go through them gradually, and I thought I'd finished, and on the same day I thought I'd finished. The way I found out I hadn't finished was that I thought to myself, "Gosh, I've got an itchy back. What can I use for a back scratcher here?" And I got my tube because it's got the little pokey out bit on the lid, and I just put it down the back of my shirt and just did a bit of back scratching with it, and it opened, and all sugar went down into my shirt and trousers in the bottomy area, and about 4 or 5 fruit pastels down the back of my shirt. I had to get up and jig about.
The moral of the story, kids, if you're going to use your fruit pastels tube as a back scratcher, make sure that it's not the open end down.
Tip it first.
Or just get a back scratcher, they're like 50p.
I will dare to ask the question that all three of us are thinking of, but only I am disgusting enough to. Did you eat it afterwards?
Only the one that had been down my bum. No, I didn't eat anyone. That's fine.
Welcome to Series 6 of the podcast. It's wild to think what began as a small idea I pitched to Martin Odoni 5 years ago, a project to help me pull out of a really dark period, has grown into something this special. Talking about nightmares, sharing stories, and connecting with the community became a light for me, and thanks to all of you who listen, messaged, and share, the light's only grown brighter.
So he thanks the audience. He doesn't thank me. What does that tell you?
You haven't been here for most of last series. I do want to add here, actually, I know most of you will know that I went to Knightmare Live in the West End late last year, and that was...
Not jealous. Not jealous. Not jealous.
Me neither.
Not resentful.
That was I actually got to meet some of our fans, and it was lovely.
Brilliant.
Martin, do you remember Twill?
I do actually remember it now, yeah. No, I
yes.
couldn't remember it earlier. I do actually remember it now, yeah.
Yes, she entered one of our competitions. And
Hello, Twill.
sent in... Yes.
Hi, 12.
Hello again, Twill.
She was literally sitting right in front of me.
Oh.
It was so lovely to meet her.
Twill, when are you going to replace this useless lump as the host of the podcast?
Martin, as long as none of them said, get rid of the Geordie because she's crap. I'm happy, okay?
I also met Tim Child. He said the interview we did with him was his favourite interview he'd ever done about Knightmare because we properly grilled him.
Amazing.
So, Dave, this is how important this interview was for me. I'd been preparing for it for so long.
Okay.
Halfway through the interview, a car crashed into my building.
Oh!
Through the shop below me.
What?
And I carried on with the interview.
Well, there's precious little you can really do about it, isn't there? Once the car's in the building, what are you supposed to do? Push?
You say, oh, God, there's a car crashed into the building, and then put the intermission music on.
Dun, 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 dun.
My favourite part was, I said, there's been a car crash, and he said, oh, that's appropriate. We're talking about the YouTube special.
I'd forgotten that.
So I also got to meet quite a few other people. I met Jason and I met Scott and his daughter. But I tell you what, the most bizarre thing about it is we all went on a sort of mini pub crawl in London afterwards. Mark Knight was there. Hugo Myatt was there. So I was literally walking through London with Treguard and Lord Fear trying to find a pub. Before we step fully into the 6th incarnation of the Dungeon Dimension, we're taking a quick trip back in time to explore the UK's #1 singles and films between Knightmare Series 5 and Series 6. It's a fun way to set the scene because Knightmare was part of a much bigger cultural movement. Seeing what people were watching and listening to gives us a snapshot of the world our audience lived in and how much taste shifted in just a few months. So let's fire up the time portal and revisit the music and cinema landscape that carried us into Knightmare's 6th series. Dave, do you want to tell us about our first film?
On the 13th of December of 1991, The Addams Family. Do you remember The Addams Family, everybody? 1991?
Children, what are you doing?
I'm going to electrocute him.
I said no.
Please?
Imagine having a mom who listens.
Oh, all right.
A dad with a good egg.
Keep the ball, I have a whole bucket full.
And an uncle who returns from the dead. A family you'd be proud to call your own.
Bravo, Pugsley!
The Addams Family, rated PG-13. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
That's a darkly comedic film, that, about the eccentric, macabre Addams clan as they reunite with a man who may or may not be their long-lost Uncle Fester, leading to a mix of quirky antics, gothic humour, and family loyalty.
Now, can I just add before I say how much I love this film? We get our dates from Salty Popcorn.
It's listing what the ratings were at the end of each week.
It's that records weren't as good back then.
Yeah.
So the film was directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, who also did Men in Black, and starred Angelica Houston. And now I'm never sure how to pronounce this.
Raul Julia.
Raul Julia.
It's
Thank you.
Raul. Not
Raul
Raul.
Julia.
Raul.
Raul Julia. Christopher Lloyd, Christina Ricci, and Jimmy Workman.
I must do a big shout out for Christina Ricci, because given how young she was freaking awesome.
She was superb.
She was she put an amazing performance for somebody so young. She was incredible in that.
Oh,
I have the Rotten Tomatoes score for the whole Addams Family cinematic franchise of films. What do you think the original film scored? I will tell you, it's probably not as high as you think.
70. Yeah.
Oh, you're very close, actually.
Mm-hmm.
68% for that one.
Those are the average of positive reviews versus
Yes.
the average of negative reviews. The people who rate it highly probably rate it a lot higher than 68% generally.
We're not saying that Rotten Tomatoes is at all definitive or,
It's not cosmic truth, is it? Yeah.
No, it's not.
So, Dave, I'm assuming you've seen Addams Family.
Of course I've seen The Addams Family. I like The Addams Family. You can shout at me a bit, because I think I only like the Addams Family film. I didn't super love it, and I had my reason for that, which was that, and you can shout at me for this, I didn't really rate the cast as much as I did the one on the TV.
That's probably the nostalgia effect, though, isn't it? You used to
Well,
see
it probably
a
is,
different cast.
except I'm sure it is. I tell you what, though, we all love Raul Julia's work on this, but the guy that was Gomez in the TV series is a genius.
John Astin.
Yeah, John Astin, that's it, yeah. He also was the guy who filled in as the Riddler in the Batman season 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
I just think that he's amazing, and so that will always slightly be there in the back of my mind when I'm watching anyone else play him. However,
big shoes to fill.
yeah, but on examining, why did I? Because I wasn't alive in the 60s when the Addams Family was on. Why did I know about John Astin's performance at all?
Because the Addams Family was being repeated on Channel 4 almost every year throughout the 1980s and 1990s.
I think it was. Yes, it may have. Was it 4? I thought it was 2. It could have been 4, but I bet it was being repeated because this film was coming out. I bet that
It was.
It absolutely was.
It was, yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. So it's only because of this film that I ever saw it at all, and I watched it because I was the sort of kid. This is the sort of kid I was, and it won't surprise anyone who's heard any of my podcasts or anything, who quite liked a TV theme tunes album. And one of the ones I had the Addams Family on, and I knew it from that. So that was why I was interested in anything to do with any of this.
Also think Angelica Houston needs more credit than she sometimes gets, because I thought she was really good.
I tell you who needs credit. Whoever
I-
it was who decided that every single time you see Angelica Houston, she'll have the monster light across the eyes.
Yes.
Brilliant. Absolutely hilarious. It wasn't makeup.
Yeah.
It was like a
Yeah,
light
it is.
beam.
Yeah,
that
there
they-
was.
There's a
her
word for
eyes,
it.
it almost made it look her eyes were glowing, didn't
Well,
it?
there's a word for it. They used to use it to show when someone was bad. It was a trick that they would use where they would put it's for film guys to laugh at. They would put a beam of light across the eye, and they do it literally every time she's ever in close up, and maybe not in close up as well. It's really funny.
The script surfaced on the internet a while back, and there is a note in the script by Barry Sonnenfeld that says, when they are first introduced to Gomez and Morticia, we need to give the absolute impression that these two
Listen, that's what's remarkable. So, a couple of Halloweens ago, we just got in the mood and we watched this film, and then we started watching the sitcom. And if you've not seen the sitcom in a while, get it watched again with a 2026 mindset, because it's amazing to watch, because that's the premise of the entire sitcom. And you think that what the premise is like, whoa, these people are like, oh, they're creepy Halloween people, and then normal people come in and get scared. No, conservatives come in and get scared by a sexually active couple. That's the premise of the Addams Family sitcom. And it's
exactly.
They are honestly the most normal and best family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they look after the kids, they look after the kids' friends.
It's a beautifully functional family.
It is.
And an awful lot of families today could learn from them. We're talking about the Addams Family here!
Have you seen the sequel?
Yeah, right. Yes. And I can't remember if I saw it back in the 90s or whatever, but I saw it a couple of Halloweens ago when we rewatched this. It's good, isn't it?
It's really, really good. Do you think Rotten Tomatoes thinks it's better than the original?
Yes, I do, and I might think that as well.
76% for Addams Family Values. Now, have any of you ever seen the third one?
No.
It has done the absolute impossible.
Made Tim Curry bad?
Yes! It has no score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Because not enough people have seen it and reviewed
it.
No score?
No score on Rotten Tomatoes, because not enough reviews. Not enough professional reviews.
I genuinely didn't know that was possible.
It was a TV movie. It was made as a backdoor pilot for a new series. Do you think that the 2019 Addams Family was better than Addams Family Values?
No.
No.
Never seen it.
I don't know whether it may have... If the question is, did it review better? I don't know, because people are funny, aren't they?
I'll go with 50-ish% if it's got a Rotten Tomatoes.
46%.
Wasn't that far off?
And just to move on, Addams Family 2, 28%. I'm going to talk about the next movie, because it is a movie that I sadly, unironically love. Addams Family was at number one for 5 weeks until the 17th of the first 92, when it was replaced with Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, which follows the last surviving teenager of Springwood as he teams up with a group of troubled youths and a counselor to uncover Freddy Krueger's origins.
Freddy's back in an all-new horrifying film. The terror is just beginning. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. The Madman.
Yeah. Great to be back in business.
You love to hate. Returns for his most spectacular nightmare. But Freddy's worst nightmare is his own flesh and blood.
You can't be my father.
No respect.
Who will stop him dead?
Happy Father's Day.
In his dreams.
Hey, Spence. Let's trip out.
Spencer!
Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare.
As Freddy manipulates dreams to eliminate his final victims, the group learns the truth behind his power and attempts to end his reign of terror once and for all. Now, terror here is in inverted commas, because this is the film that people think of when they moan about Freddy turning into this lovable rogue, and the dreams are basically comedy sketches. But I love it for that.
I detest the film, but I've never seen it. The reason I detest it is because it doesn't have a K at the beginning of Knightmare.
I have not seen this movie.
But, well, we can move on quickly.
I've never been a fan of the franchise, to be perfectly honest.
That's it, voted good. You know, we can't argue back because we haven't seen it, so it must be good, mustn't it?
Hurrah.
This was supposed to be the very last film in the series, but it made enough money for them to make another one. And the last one is probably the best one in the series.
Yeah.
All right.
It was directed by Rachel Tallahay and starred Robert Englund, Lisa Zane, Sean Greenblatt, Leslie Dean, Breckin Meyer, Yaphet Kotto, and a stupid amount of pointless and ridiculous cameos, including Johnny Depp, Roseanne Barr, Alice Cooper.
She belongs in that series, from what we know about her nowadays.
I'm pretty surprised that I haven't seen this film because I was obsessed with Breckin Meyer. I also did not realise, though, that he is best known for his work on Adult Swim and in particular Robot Chicken.
I'm just going to say 23% because none of you have seen it. I'm not going to go through the whole Rotten Tomatoes score of every Elm Street film, but basically the good ones are 1, 2, 3, and 7. And I'm going to get lynched for saying 2 is a good one, but fight me. Have any of you ever seen the 7th one?
I quite enjoyed it.
It was very ahead of its time. The whole premise of the 7th film is that the Nightmare on Elm Street films in this universe are a series of films. There's something about this legend about people telling stories to keep demons trapped within the stories. So now they've stopped making Nightmare on Elm Street films. Freddy is breaking out into the real world and going after the actors from the original film.
Oh, okay, that's quite...
It's got a bit of a hokey ending. It kind of loses it towards the end, but it's like there's a kind of a much deeper message about mental illness and parenthood, and it really kind of paved the way for like Scream and the postmodern slashers.
That was the one that was called New Nightmare, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought so. I was like, I'm sure it wasn't Nightmare on Elm Street 7.
Once you've got to 7, you have to come up with something else to get people to bother watching it, don't you?
Well, I don't know. Look at Fast and Furious.
What they say is there's only ever been 7 plots in the entire history of fiction, so we logically...
And they're all Nightmare on Elm Street films.
Yeah, every single one of them's been used by then.
Oh, we've got a bit of a mood whiplash for the next one.
Freddy's Dead, the final, not Knightmare, was only at the top for 1 week. It came to an end on the 24th of January by JFK.
If I answer that question you keep asking, if I give you the name of the big enchilada you know, then it's Bon Voyage Dino. I mean like permanent. I mean like a bullet in my head, you dig? Does that help you see my problem a little better?
Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a flash of light in the bushes, and then shots rang out.
No cloak and dagger stuff, you know. They call it Operation Mongoose.
It's gonna be okay, Dave. You just talk to us on the record and we'll protect you. Now, I guarantee it.
You're so naive.
This is a film which, according to the synopsis, follows New Orleans District Attorney Jim Garrison as he investigates the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Suspicious of the official account, Garrison pieces together a wide-reaching conspiracy confronting political intrigue, hidden motives, and powerful forces determined to keep the truth buried. It was directed, famously, by Oliver Stone and starred Kevin Costner, Gary Oldman, better, Jack Lemmon and Sally Kirkland.
How do you direct something famously?
Well, I don't know, but John F. Kennedy managed it. This film is a complete pile of crap. It does everything that you shouldn't do for a historical. For the first thing, it's something you should never do with any film, which is boring as hell. It is slow as hell. It is really incredibly tedious to watch.
And it takes a lot of bad...
But also...
Kevin Costner, we know you're listening. We love Prince of Thieves.
Yep.
Someone does.
I thought Prince of Thieves were all right.
Yes,
Didn't really like it.
I quite like the original version. The director's cut of it is incredibly long. We're not talking about that. JFK, it commits the cardinal sin for any movie, which is it's boring and it's slow, and you keep on finding your attention drifting to that cobweb growing out the corner.
It just seemed to think it was intriguing, and it wasn't.
I agree. But also, as a historical, it does the biggest crime, which Hollywood is always doing with historicals. It's complete fiction. It may be based on reality, but almost anything you're told in it, believe the opposite.
My dad, God rest him, was a broad Lancashire guy, and he watched it, and the end came, and he just went, well, that was bollocks. Got up and walked out.
I think I would have liked you, Dad. I think I'd have liked you, Dad.
I've seen this in a school setting. I can't really remember. Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but mind you, I did a film course at uni. I bet it was that, and they just made us watch the film, and I'm so glad to hear you say that it was really boring because I couldn't bear it.
It's just blokes.
The thing is, no, but I like a Just Blokes film now. I'm a grown up now, but like. Maybe I wasn't when I saw this.
But I've liked films like that for well over 25 years. Yeah. But nowadays, even now when I watch it, I just have to turn it off after about 20 minutes because it takes forever to get anywhere. It's worse than
why do you keep trying to watch it then?
I don't keep trying to watch it. I haven't watched it in about 5 years.
It doesn't happen in the wild.
It's boring to watch and it's offensively inaccurate. And it's therefore a Hollywood historical. And to be honest, I can't think of a more damning indictment than just labelling it Hollywood historical. It's appalling.
Unfortunately, most of the critics disagreed with us, and it scored 85%.
JFK was number 1 for 2 weeks until everyone got really, really bored.
That's just how long a one sitting of it seems to take. Sorry, I'll stop now.
On the 7th of February 1992, we were treated to Father of the Bride, which is a warm comedy about George Banks, a loving but overprotective father who spirals into humorous panic when his daughter announces her engagement.
I used to think a wedding was a simple affair. Boy and girl meet, they fall in love, they say I do. I was wrong. That's getting married. A wedding is an entirely different proposition. You fathers will understand. You have an adorable little girl who looks up to you and adores you in a way you could never have imagined.
Dad, I met a man in Rome, and we're getting married.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm engaged. I'm getting married.
Right then, I realized my day had passed. Annie, it's a little nippy out. You might want to put on a sweater.
Dad, it's okay. I'm kind of warm.
So there's a chill in the air, and you've been on a plane.
Dad, I'm fine.
Annie, it is kind of cold out.
It is?
Yeah.
All right, thanks. I'll get my jacket.
I was no longer the man in my little girl's life. Old Dad was history.
I've seen this film so many times, I didn't realise it was a remake. But it's directed by Charles Shire and is starring Steve Martin. I'll put my phone on silent because it's just announced long one. That's your fault. That is your fault, Dave, that I have that as my alert.
Go on.
It was directed by Charles Shire and starring Steve Martin, Diane Keaton, Martin Short, Kimberly Williams Paisley, and Kieran Culkin.
I've not seen this film because at the time it was just like...
It was just blokes.
Well, no, it was like, are you a woman? Watch this film. And so I didn't. And I haven't seen it since. But now, after however many seasons of Only Murders I've watched, I'm just like, yeah, I'll watch something with them two in it.
It hits different now that I've got a child approaching adulthood.
Oh, right.
But yeah, it's a good film. I think maybe Martin Short's accent nowadays you probably wouldn't get away with. But other than that, I can't really think of anything bad to say about it.
It's one of those where it's just unashamedly kind of what it is. There's no malice in it. There's no underhanded, like, you know, in some comedies where you just get a little bit of a like underhanded bullying and it's supposed to be funny. There's none of that. It's just nice.
It's like a lighter version of Parenthood in a way.
Yeah, I can see that.
Martin, have you seen it at all?
Sort of. I've always arrived in the room when somebody else is watching it, so I picked up bits of it. Never really been able to follow it though because I keep arriving after the beginning.
You'd switch over halfway through JFK and watch the end of that.
Yeah.
I remember when it came out, it wasn't an incidental release. Like, it was the thing that pop culture was talking about at the time.
They really pushed it, didn't they?
Yeah, it was the big Steve Martin film.
The fact that I don't feel as if we've landed in a place where it feels sensible that there were gigantic Steve Martin films, but this was it. It was the biggest thing.
Diane Keaton as well. Diane Keaton is a draw to me in whatever film she's in.
Superb.
Yeah.
And I think it's sad that it was only at number 1 for 1 week.
What?
Father of the Bride. So Kim, you're the only one who's really seen it. How much do you think it scored?
I think it'll have done well. It's a nice frothy comedy with known actors. I'm going to go high and say 81.
Oh, afraid not. 70%. High, but not high.
I'm really surprised.
Now, who's seen the sequel?
No.
Father of the Bride Part 2. Same thing, but there's a baby on the way this time. In fact, there's, not to spoil the plot too much, there's 2 babies on the way this time.
Oh, that's the big twist.
I like it. Apparently, people didn't like it as much, so it only scored 54%. Now,
oh God,
Has anyone seen the 2022 remake?
Absolutely not. Why
How
would you
dare
ruin a
they?
good- yeah, why would you ruin a good thing?
80%.
Oh.
Until I started writing this script, I was like, I knew there was a remake. I was like, oh, it's going to be crap. Didn't bother with it. 80% Rotten Tomatoes.
Who disappeared in the remake?
I can't remember.
Who did they hammer together to replace the two Martins?
Hang on.
Oh, Diego Boneta's in it. I'll watch anything with him in. Gloria Estefan's in it.
Oh, really?
Well, so is Emily Estefan. I'm guessing that's mother and daughter.
From what I remember, it kind of got released. I don't think anyone expected it to do well, so it kind of got released to die.
I've just looked it up, and the poster says HBO Max on it. Does that mean it's for TV?
Okay, yeah, it could be, yeah. Right, so 1950s original. I know none of us have seen it, but apparently it's very good, 90%.
Oh,
right.
Very good.
So the one that we love and enjoy is the one that's actually got the lowest percentage.
Yeah.
It's an imposter. You see, it's an imposter.
I might have to make a week of this. I think I'm going to watch all three in order. Father of the Bride. It's kind of a surprise that I can't right now identify what, if any, popular song was attached to it. Was there a credit song for this that charted?
We've definitely lost the art these days of the movie tie-in song.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Mind you, I say that, and then I remember Ya Ya Ding Dong exists.
Ding dong, my love for you is growing wide and long. Ya ya, ding dong, I swell and burst when I see what we've become.
Kim, do you want to do this one?
Not particularly, but I will.
Does anyone want to do this one?
Next up, and possibly unsurprisingly, hitting
Yeah.
number one on Valentine's Day 1992. I feel sorry for anyone who was dragged to watch it. And at number one for 2 weeks, we have My Girl.
My Girl! Ooh.
There he was, just a-walking down the street, singing.
Veda,
Dad?
I'm embalming my high school teacher. Don't sing.
That's my best friend, Veda Saltonfuss.
Veda and Thomas.
Most of the girls don't appreciate her.
I always surround myself with people who I find intellectually stimulating.
A lot of the guys are a little afraid of her.
Okay, lean forward.
But she's more fun to be around than anyone I know. This summer, though, things are changing for everyone.
Have you ever kissed anyone?
No.
My Girl follows Vada, an 11-year-old hypochondriac coping with adolescence, her widowed father's funeral home business, and her fear of loss. With the help
She's
of her,
never watched it.
With the help of her best friend Thomas J, she navigates first crushes, emotional upheaval, and the painful lessons that accompany growing up. I think this could have been a good film if they hadn't quite buttered it on so thickly. Like, the concept is good.
It's a weird one because the tone is all over the place.
Is this like based on a book?
I think so.
Because it sounds like the sort of thing where, like, yeah, the book is just this coming of age thing that's maybe sensibly written, and then the film is just like, here, we did all the things.
It's directed by Howard Zeef, starring Anna Chlumsky, Macaulay Culkin, Dan Aykroyd, and Jamie Lee Curtis. And again, that is a pretty good lineup. But it's just, I'm a tearful, emotional person. We're all quite aware of this. And even I'm just like, stop.
If there's one way of making sure that Valentine's Day ruins your relationship, it's taking your girlfriend to see this one, I think.
If you don't know this film, you will know the memes.
Oh, definitely.
It is a meme farm, this film.
Oh, I didn't know that was from this. I know about the bees.
The bees!
No, not the bees. It's from a totally different film, guys.
Yes, that was the other meme farm.
And these bees.
Do you know what? This film would be improved no end if they replaced Macaulay Culkin with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Or if they slam Macaulay Culkin into a big wicker man.
Macaulay Culkin just rocks up in a bear suit and punches a woman.
Macaulay Culkin is great. He's always been great. He's great. He pops up in the latest Fallout series. He's great. This was not it. And like I say, I love a good, proper, emotional film. But it
I think part of the problem here was that they were still trying to, because of Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin was still a big thing at this point.
That was 100% what
he
it
was
was.
actually, he'd already grown up. It was 2 years at that stage of your life. You practically 3 feet bigger after 2 years,
Yeah.
and he just didn't have that small sort of precocious quality quite the same anymore.
I mean, I can't say the pair of them didn't act well, because they did.
That's the thing. All the actors are doing a good job with the shit they are given.
Yeah.
So, what do we think the score for My Girl was?
Unfortunately, I think people liked it. I'm going to go with like
quite
75.
high.
Yeah.
So high sixes.
I'm glad to say that you're wrong.
Oh, good.
57% for My Girl.
Hooray.
There was a My Girl 2.
I am hoping that My Girl 2 got like under 50%.
It did. 25% for My Girl 2.
Thank goodness. Okay.
I feel like this cheeky little palate cleanser just after that is wonderful, however.
What, another
So we had that...
another edition of Father of the Pride?
Yes. Everyone's just so sick of My Girl. It's like, wait a minute, get rid, bring that back.
Don't like My Girl anymore. Let's go watch Father of the Bride again.
Yeah. You wonder if people are walking out of that one and going into next door.
Yes.
That would explain it.
Well, so my talk to the desk to just like pay for it to make sure it goes up the charts.
Please, no more My Girl. No.
Oliver and Company actually scored quite high in ticket sales because Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kept selling out.
Wow,
really? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, every day is a school day. I did not know that.
I didn't know that. I believe it. 1,000%.
Yeah.
So My Girl was number 1 for 2 weeks, and then between the 28th of February 1992 and the 13th of March 1992, we had a return of Father of the Bride.
Another mistake on the script by the extremely careless writer.
Which I already pointed out, so we can move on.
Yeah, you haven't fooled me.
And after that, now this is a film I really should have seen, but I haven't yet.
I have.
So, 13th of March, 1992 was the remake of Cape Fear.
Come out, wherever you are. I want you the hell off my property.
Where are you from?
There is a darkness in every soul.
Maybe I'm the big bad wolf.
Where evil waits.
Evening, ladies. He's been harassing my family.
Every good man's got to wrestle with the devil.
From director Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte, Jessica Lange, Cape Fear.
Cape Fear centers on Max Cady. That's a very Hollywood name, isn't it? Oh. A violent ex-con who seeks revenge on Sam Bowden, the lawyer he blames for his imprisonment. As Cady terrorizes Bowden's family with escalating menace, Sam becomes desperate to protect them, leading to a tense psychological battle that culminates in a brutal showdown. Basically, it's a revenge flick. Directed by Martin Scorsese, sort of more or less giving us a foretaste of some of the stuff he was to do later. It saw Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte, Jessica Lange, and Juliette Lewis making appearances. This was basically when Juliette Lewis made her mark in Hollywood. She did a remarkably good job, given that she was still an early teenager at the time. De Niro, it's a good performance, but he was getting to that point when he was starting to really overact, almost to the point of self-parody. And there were just times in it. Where you think, oh, for God's sake, will you tone it down a bit, Bob? You know, but it is still a very tense thriller. One or two aspects of it, which you think. That seems a bit 1990s. There's a bit when Juliette Lewis actually sucks De Niro's thumb, and it is meant to mean exactly what it implies. So you're thinking, no, that you shouldn't be doing that. You should not be doing that in a movie.
I honestly thought you were going to say there's a bit in it where Juliette Lewis sucks, and I was going to have a right go at you.
No. I actually really liked her in it. You know,
she's awesome.
I had a bit of a crush on her in the mid 1990s. Honestly.
Oh, who didn't?
Well, no, good question. But yeah, it's a good film, but there's just one or two elements in it that just they either make you very uneasy, or they just make you think, oh, for goodness sake, retake that scene. But overall, it's a pretty good thriller.
The original is one of those films that often pops up on those top 10 scariest film moments lists. And I haven't seen either of them, and I really should.
You should definitely see this one. It's worth it. I can't comment on the 1962 version because I haven't actually seen that one myself. I probably should give it a go.
Rotten Tomato scores.
78.
I don't know.
Oh, Kim, you're very close.
I think it will be upwards of 60.
It's definitely upwards of 60. Kim is very close. Dave, based on Martin's description, what do you reckon?
Well, I mean, just based on the who's in it and who's made it, I'm going 70, 80.
Not quite. The Kim was the closest, I think, was 76.
Yeah.
Okay.
The original, none of us have seen it, but apparently it's even better, 88%. Dave, this next one feels like a you film.
Hook!
Maggie! The stories are true. He's come back to seek his revenge.
Have to fly. Have to fight. Have to crow. Have to save Maggie. Have to save Jack. Okay, back.
Let's fly!
Oh my God, where are we going?
To Never Never Land.
I hate Peter Pan.
Very much a me film. Hook, 1991, follows Peter Banning, a grown-up Peter Pan, who has forgotten his past as he returns to Neverland after Captain Hook kidnaps his children. Guided by Tinkerbell and the Lost Boys, Peter must rediscover his imagination, reclaim his identity, and rescue his family in this adventure-filled reimagining of the Peter Pan story.
So just to avoid any confusion, this is still the period where films were getting released in the States at least 3 months before they were actually over here. So where I've put 1991, that's when it was released in the States.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Right.
So it's directed by Steven Spielberg and famously starring Rob. So how can you...
all these spelling mistakes? You can't read it correctly either.
All the great to hear. You got Rob. He's in it.
Rob and Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, so Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, Julia Roberts, Bob Hoskins, and Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith in heavy makeup as Maggie Smith.
Yeah, but how good is that aging makeup?
Yeah, it completely fooled me.
Brilliantly done.
I was amazed at how long she survived.
The main thing that I'm surprised about with this is that it only stayed number one for 3 weeks, 10th of April 92 to the 1st of May 92, because I bloody love this film.
The main thing that surprises me about this film, 29%.
So that doesn't surprise me, because this is a film that when you ask someone who wasn't 10, they're like, yeah, it wasn't a very good film. But if you were there and a kid at the time, it was just like life-changingly magic and wonderful.
I don't care. It's
I'm
still
obviously
life-changingly
too old.
magic and wonderful.
I'm obviously too old. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Well, let me tell you
You're
this.
entitled to your wrong opinion.
I remember coming back to school like the weekend, after I'd seen it at the weekend, and tracking down has anyone seen Hook? Has anyone seen Hook? And this one kid, I must have seen it quite early. This one kid said like, "Oh, I did," and I was like, It's like you're really there, isn't it? And she went, yeah, it is. I remember just being completely enchanted and just being old enough to notice that was happening to me. Just going like, wow, this spell they've cast with film. You saw me nip out of the room and back a minute ago. It was to get this novelization of Hook, and this is one of the most significant books of my whole life. I haven't read it, but I've always owned it. In fact, this is my second copy because I kind of broke the first one and it all fell apart. But I just was absolutely mesmerized by the concept of being able to approach a story from different angles and it kind of just like picking around at the details given in the novelization there.
I love novelizations of books for one reason is that
I like novelizations of films.
You know what I mean. I like novelizations of films mostly for one reason, and that's that they are almost always based on an earlier draft of the script.
Yeah.
So there is stuff in there that you don't get in the film.
Guys, I mean, listen. So, this is my thing about Hook. I remember when it came out on video, I was... when you're a kid, like I remembered some bits of it. I remembered this one shot of him flying over the sort of the Neverland where they put a big compass on the sea to make it look like a map, things like that. I remembered various things, but I didn't remember it all perfectly. And one of the things I remembered didn't turn out to be in the film. And it was Moira, Peter's wife, in one of the early scenes where she was like, they've gone round to Granny Wendy's house, I think it is, and she's arguing with him about how he's being a bit absent in their children's lives and they're going to miss it and all of that. And I remember the one line that I just memorized and kept in my head was, damn it, Peter, I'm just trying to say have fun. And that's not in it. And I spent my life trying to find that moment. And people have said to me, well, maybe it was in a trailer. And remember that? It's not in the trailer.
Does happen sometimes.
Yeah. Now, when this conversation went on, that was when I rebought the novelization, and I looked through it in there, and the line is in the novelization. But I didn't read the novelization as a kid. I just read the first few pages. I read the food fight scene, because I wanted to check that when they're insulting each other, that bit rather, was in there. So it's possible that line was in the film when I saw it in the cinema and was cut out between there and VHS. Nobody believes me, but I remember a bit in Mars Attacks that was cut by the cinema. And you bet no one, but people fight me on this. People get angry at me on this. When I saw Galaxy Quest in the film, she didn't say screw that.
Yes.
I remember that moment. It was the funniest moment. The audience fell about laughing, and I've been furious that they've overdubbed it ever since.
Thank you. I thought I was taking crazy pills.
Nope, it happened.
Another place where you sometimes get snippets of what was actually originally in the film. Not just novelizations, but sticker books.
Yes!
Sticker books.
Panini.
I had
Yes,
I had the Panini album of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where we learned that Judge Doom was the one who killed Bambi's mum.
I knew it all along.
Oh, they should have left that in. That's great.
I zoned out a little bit there because I was briefly looking for an article, like the Lost Boys from Hook, sort of then and now, and pretty much all of them speak so fondly about their time on the film, and especially working with Robin Williams.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And if that's that says all you really need to know about that film for me. Like the fact that, like Dante Basco, there is actually a picture of him somewhere, and I cried when I saw it, and it's him recreating giving the sword to Peter Pan, and I think he took the photo when Robin Williams died.
I think I read that he was actually at Robin's funeral.
He was.
As well, yeah.
And the fact that so many of them speak so well of him, so well of the film, and also how well Spielberg directed them as children.
I would also like to remark that there is an unsung hero in Hook. It is whoever had to shave Robin Williams for the shirtless scenes.
Yeah.
Does he appear as an unhairy man in this film?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a furry boy normally, isn't
Yes.
he?
Yeah. Yeah, but everything about him shouts furry boy. Why would they do that? Why would they be like, it'd be more realistic if this man doesn't have a lot of chest hair?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
For me, Robin Williams will always be most heavily associated with Mork and Mindy. Any time that he was shirtless in that, you could not see skin for all the hair that was all over the place.
Have you ever seen the episode of Mork and Mindy when Mork meets Robin Williams?
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
It is actually, yeah. It is. It's very moving. Yeah. The thing that I remember most about it is Dustin Hoffman looking absolutely nothing like Dustin Hoffman in it.
Yes.
The scenes that are just him and Boskins are amazing cinema.
Oh, yes. I think we're concentrating a lot on Robin Williams, but...
Well, I know that this isn't literally the case. I know this was developed as a musical and things like this, but this film comes about because Robin Williams exists, right? Someone goes like, wait a minute, we need to get this guy to play Peter Pan somehow. And perfect. It worked.
It says a lot when your weakest cast member is Julia Roberts.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, apparently she was a nightmare to film with.
With a K?
Julia Roberts at this time, she was still riding the wave of popularity from Pretty Woman the previous couple of years earlier.
Therefore an absolute diva. Hand that rocks the cradle, anybody?
From Hollywood Pictures,
I was calling about the nanny position.
her plan to make this family her own.
She seems terrific. What's the catch?
Can I fix you something?
One by one, she will charm them all.
Peyton's been great. I don't know what we would have done without her.
All of them, but Claire.
You don't know what she's capable of.
That's enough. Where is she?
I don't know whether in this house.
The hand that rocks the cradle. Rated R.
Yeah, okay, moving on.
Oh, yes,
no
Knightmare.
idea what Hand That Rocks the Cradle is. I'm guessing a grown-ups film from 1992, and that's why I've not seen it.
I've seen it a couple of times. I think it's overrated, but it's very watchable. It's
good but overrated.
Yeah.
It's probably what I would go with.
It's watchable.
It's basically Hand That Rocks the Cradle, psychological thriller about a vengeful nanny.
I remember that Ernie Hudson was playing a, shall we say, remedial guy who then gets falsely accused of abusing a kid in it. But basically, Rebecca De Mornay is playing a vengeful widow who's trying to destroy the family of a woman who accused her husband, her dead husband, who was played by Q from Star Trek, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Delancey. He was accused, probably correctly, of sexually abusing the wife. He then shoots himself to avoid the trial that was setting in. And then his widow sort of...
See, 8-year-old me has already fallen asleep.
Inveigles her way into the family life.
I mean, in fairness, much as I love you, Mr. Odoni, if you were trying to sell this to us, you have not.
I haven't sold it to you. I'm just describing what happens in it. Rebecca De Mornay was given a huge amount of plaudits for what she played.
Scary.
She was pretty scary in it, but I don't think she was quite as good as people were making it out to be. She was pretty scary in it. Whatever happened to Rebecca De Mornay in the end? She suddenly just seemed to disappear in the late 1990s.
I want to say she got ill, or someone like close to her got ill.
Oh, is that what happened? Right, it's a shame because she was a very good actress.
I could be thinking of someone else, so don't.
When your film is shit and you're the best thing in it, that's De Mornay.
I mean, also yes. How is she? 66. 66.
She's in the 60s. Yeah, she was.
She was in
She was in a film with. She was in a film with Tom Cruise in 1983. She'd actually been around for quite a while by this point. So yeah.
So who else was in the film, Martin?
It was directed by Curtis Hanson. Ernie Hudson was in it. There was also Annabella Sciorra and Matt McCoy were also in it.
Oh, it's had a remake as well. Oh dear.
So Cradle 92, Rotten Tomatoes scores.
I imagine it'll be pretty middle of the road, this one, because
yeah,
I don't. Something? I was thinking 50-ish.
Kim, you're really good at this. 67%.
Are you looking them up
on
the screen?
Right, no, right. Martin, you have not stuffed up the script again and given me the percentages.
I was just going to say, I did that last time.
Did you tell him, or did you just guess them all right?
I fessed up about halfway through, which wasn't brilliant because that was my first episode, and I'm like, I'm not supposed to have these, am I? It was like a really sad fess up halfway through because I realised.
So, Cradle 25.
I haven't seen it.
Are you sure I haven't sent you the wrong script? Okay. 42%.
Okay, well, I won't bother then.
We got 31 stab wounds. What was it? Ice pick.
I'd like to speak to Miss Catherine Trammell, please.
Is she a suspect?
She's a suspect.
I wanted to write a book about the murder of a retired rock and roll star.
You know how she does the boyfriend? With an ice pick.
She intended the book to be her alibi. I picked him up, and I had sex with him.
You didn't feel anything for him, you just had sex with him for your book.
In the beginning. Then I got to like what he did for me.
You like playing games, don't you?
It's nice.
You've got no physical evidence.
She's lying. What's your new book about?
A detective. He falls for the wrong woman.
What happens?
She kills him.
Basic Instinct. I'm not going to even bother with the description. Everyone just knows that scene.
Yeah,
I felt really bad for Sharon Stone for being famous for that scene because she's actually a good actress.
She was actually double crossed by the director there because she didn't know that he was actually filming between her legs.
Why would that mean you didn't wear underwear? I don't. I think there is more to that.
I'm sure she maintained she was.
I'm skeptical about that because otherwise, what's the point of the scene?
The story is she went in there, Nicholas. It sounds like someone's name there. She went in everything out because it made her feel more like she was in character. But she didn't realise that they were actually going to film.
Well, you know how we could have answered. I could be here with the answer to this. Right now, but I'm afraid I'm not, because one time I just went on holiday. We went to stay in just a rental place, and they had the novelization of Basic Instinct. And had I read it, had I chased down that scene, we would have known whether it was premeditated or not.
How can there be a novelization of Basic Instinct? It doesn't have a story.
Nevertheless, there was, and. And no, I didn't read it. And
I bet it was a picture book.
It wasn't. And
you haven't read it. How can you possibly know?
It's true. That's true.
Do you know what? I'm just thinking. I had the novelization of Jurassic Park.
What?
Exactly. How does that work?
I don't know.
I have never heard of anyone having.
Anyway, we haven't done the synopsis of the really deep, complex.
Yeah, we have.
Done the synopsis.
Yeah, we have. Sharon Stone has no knickers on. That's the synopsis.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, that's fair enough, actually. Yeah. The honest truth of the matter is, I have watched it, and I have never been so bored in my life. I'd rather watch JFK. There is so little storyline in it. Michael Douglas is he's basically just drooling like a diseased dog all the way through it.
I will deliver this synopsis how it deserves to be delivered then.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
Basic Instinct 1992 is a thriller about Catherine Trammell, a seductive crime novelist suspected of murdering a rock star. Shut up.
Didn't know that.
Detective Nick Curran becomes obsessed with her as he investigates, leading to a dangerous mix of desire and deception. The film explores power manipulation and the blurred lines between truth and obsession. Directed by Paul Verhoeven, starring Michael Douglas, Sharon Stone, and George Zunza, Nedry from Jurassic Park. I don't really think Douglas and Stone had any actual chemistry as actors. It appears to have got 2 weeks at number one, though.
Doesn't sound very good.
I'm glad I got that across to you, David. I thought I might have been holding back a bit too much there.
On Rotten Tomatoes, the film scored 56%. Then the very belated sequel went and knocked another 50% off of that and only scored 6%.
I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolts and lightning.
Just outside of Chicago.
Galileo.
In the basement of this house.
It's Wayne's World, party time, excellent.
Broadcast history is about to be made.
Extreme close-up.
I want you to find out who these guys are and where they do their show.
What is this? Mr. Vanderhoff, this is your audience.
It's two chimps on a Davenport in a basement.
Here I am with the contract for $5,000.
Excuse me?
Now they're on their way.
No way.
To fame.
Will you still love me when I'm in my carbohydrate sequin jumpsuit? Young girls in white cotton panties, bloated, purple, dead on a toilet face?
To fortune.
Contractor, no. I will not bow to any sponsor.
And to babe heaven.
What do you do if every time you see this one incredible woman, you think you're gonna hurl?
I say hurl. If you blow chunks and she comes back, she's yours. If you spew and she bolts, it was never meant to be.
Okay.
It's Wade.
This is definitely the type of place I'm gonna get when I move out of my parents' house.
It's Garth.
I love you, God.
If she were a president, she'd be Abraham Lincoln.
It's a movie.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Wayne's World.
Hi, Wayne.
It just might be the greatest motion picture ever made.
Are you mental?
Beelzebub has the devil put aside for me. For me.
Wayne's World.
I went to see this for my first date, if I remember rightly.
Wayne's World is a comedy about two rock-loving friends, Wayne and Garth, who host a quirky public access TV show when a TV producer tries to take over their show and exploit Wayne's girlfriend, chaos, and shoes. The film is known for its humour, iconic catchphrases. Ensues, yes.
Sorry, Karen. I thought you said chaos and shoes. What? He tries to exploit what? Wayne's girlfriend.
Can't read his own writing,
shoes.
this host.
What is this plan?
The film is well known for its humour, iconic catchphrases, and 90s rock culture. Do you know where obviously we know that the character of Wayne Campbell actually originated from Saturday Night Live, but do you know where it originally?
It didn't.
It didn't. No,
I can't name it, but I've seen the original sketch. It's just him, isn't it? And he's like in a van or something.
It goes back further than that.
Yeah.
Further than that.
Like,
I know the one you're
local TV or something.
Yes,
it's for this one city.
I know what you're thinking of.
Yeah,
but it goes back further than that. Its
Yeah.
origins are in the Wide Awake Club.
What the?
Mike Myers was an occasional guest on the Wide Awake Club. I remember it well
him.
because I was
Yes.
watching it. I
remember him being on it, the Fast Asleep Club or whatever they were called. I thought that
Yeah.
was really.
Yes.
I was
The
young
Sound
enough
Asleep
to
Club.
think that was really funny. Yeah, Sound Asleep. Yeah.
Now it's time for our cookery spot. Today we'll be showing you how to make a glass of water.
The Wide Awake Club had been going for several years when we had a letter from a young chap called Mike Myers. And he and his mate Malarkey came up with this idea called the Sound Asleep Club.
What are we?
sound asleep.
You would never have expected from what he did on the Wide Awake Club that he'd go on to be one of Hollywood's top funny men. He was quiet, he was thoughtful, he was funny.
Here's some earrings made out of spoons.
But you wouldn't have picked him out.
Some spoons, some string, and a piece of tape.
Yeah.
But that character that he played in the Wide Awake Club was the basis for Wayne Campbell. Obviously much more evolved than he was on the Wide Awake Club, which links him to Knightmare, because Tommy Boyd.
Tommy Boyd! Tommy Boyd! Tommy Boyd!
Yes.
Yeah, it was on the Wide Awake Club. I do remember one sketch.
Dave's got his hand up.
Wait your turn.
Oh, well, I'm waiting it. This is the hand is to wait my turn.
Okay.
Do you need the toilet, Dave?
Mr. H, Kim, both be quiet, because the adults are speaking at the moment. I actually do remember one occasion, Transformers cartoons were being shown on Wide Awake Club in the 80s. And one occasion they did... I don't know whose partner was that he was working with on that. But Mike Myers was doing how to be a transformer. Stage 1, you're standing up straight. Stage 2, a picture of him leaning forward. And stage 3, there's a picture of a mini Metro standing right in the middle of the... It's rather clever. I used to sit next to his cousin in work about 15 years ago, because his cousin actually lives in Manchester and was employed at the same call centre as me at that time.
I'm unaware of the Tommy Boyd Knightmare connection. Did you just mean that he introduced it, or was he in it in some way?
Tommy Boyd was one of the original members of the Knightmare Adventurers Club. Anyway, Wayne's World, yes. Directed by Penelope Spheris, and starring Mike Myers, Dana Carvey, Tia Carrera, and Rob Lowe.
Please tell me that other people loved it too. And it's
absolutely loved it. I think I was a bit on the young side for it. I remember there was some sort of veneer of darkness to it that I recognise now as just when I was watching something a little bit above my station. But whenever it was on, whenever it came on the TV, I just obviously taped it, liked it, and bought the album.
I didn't hate it, but there's something I just cannot forgive Wayne's World for, and that is that very 90s tendency to substitute a witty retort with just saying the sentence and then putting not at the end. I absolutely detested that, and I was so glad when it went out of fashion again after a few years.
When Wayne's World first came out, I was really annoyed at it because it made people think that saying excellent was a Wayne's World thing instead of a Bill and Ted thing.
That's it. It wasn't a Bill and Ted thing, it was a Megatron thing, okay?
Did he used to do the air guitar?
Was a contrivance to try and make it look like they were doing something original.
I would think of the whole not thing as a Bill and Ted thing as well.
I think they may have done it.
They might have done it.
I'm not sure. Did they?
They might have done it, but I
don't know if they did.
Yeah, but they did it all the time on Wayne's World, and I absolutely hated it. If sarcasm is the lowest form of humour, just putting not on the end is the lowest form of sarcasm.
I think what must have happened is it must have been a bit zeitgeisty at the time, and Wayne's World must have just taken it and been the ones who put their stamp on it, because they do it in the song on the album. The Wayne's World theme tune has a not in it. And it just sounds so cynical. It sounds like, we better do the catchphrase. And the film isn't out yet, so
it's forced,
but of course, maybe it was.
I think they actually did it on. I think they actually did it originally on their TV series.
It'll be that. Maybe that's what popularized it.
The early 2000s version is probably people saying, "You are the weakest link. Goodbye."
Oh God, yeah.
Off.
I had to hold back from grumping at someone who's like a friend who did the "I'll take something for this number, Alex," and I was like, "Shut up! That's like 50 years old."
Think up a catchphrase of your own, will you?
I can remember the one that really the little bugbear I have is whenever anyone says, whenever there's anything that's two and someone will come in with Electric Boogaloo. That annoys me because I remember nearly, it must be 25 years ago.
Who's even going to remember it? Yeah.
Seeing that printed on something as a joke. There was a zine someone had made with it on. And I remember pointing at that and going, I'm sick of that joke now. And if that was 25 years ago, you can stop doing it now.
I have to admit, there is a certain hypocrisy in this because I keep saying, ooh, nasty, or
exactly, None of us here
I'm just as bad.
I've got a podcast, but I've made him go long one just because it's a thing that me and my wife quote.
So Wayne's World, excellent film. If you haven't seen it, then
Excellent.
see
That's what they say
it
in
is
Excellent.
They say
Yeah.
excellent. Blues Brothers was probably the first, but this is the definitive Saturday Night Live film, in my opinion.
In my opinion as well, probably Blues Brothers is the definitive one, but like probably Ghostbusters. Is that one? Does that count because it's got people from it, but it isn't a sketch?
I'd
from
say
it?
so. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Harold Ramis.
I'll tell you
has
what.
got
I'll
Dan
tell you
Aykroyd
what.
has
The
got-
holy grail that I want somewhere out there. Somewhere in some production vault is a version of the film where he starts playing Stairway to Heaven instead of just some random nonsense.
No stairway. Denied.
And until we have that, we don't have this film. The joke hangs on it.
Rotten Tomatoes.
87.
Oh, you're a bit off now, Kim.
So you definitely didn't send me the percentages.
79% for Wayne's World.
About halfway between then, yeah.
Now, Wayne's World 2 is a film I also enjoy. No, maybe not quite as much.
I actually prefer Wayne's World 2. I think it's more intelligent. I didn't
know it existed.
Did you? Oh, okay.
It's got the guy from With Mel and I in it.
It's got
yeah. He's playing exactly just
playing the
yes, It's got Kim Basinger in it, so that's automatically you'll put a couple of points from me.
So Wayne's World 2, I think the main problem is it's one of those sequels that falls into the trap of basically repeating the plot of the first film.
That might be why I wasn't realising which one it was, if that makes sense.
It's not Ghostbusters 2 levels of repeating the plot, but you know. So what do we think the Rotten Tomatoes for Wayne's World 2 was?
70.
Yeah, 70-ish.
58%.
Really?
Yes, and in my opinion, it's worth a lot more than that, just based on the Terminator 2 joke. We had a brief return to the top spot, a brief return. We got return Basic Instinct. Yeah. We are going to have to race through some of these. Basic Instinct returns. Then Wayne's World comes back for another couple of weeks, and then we have Sleepwalkers.
At the start of July.
A horror film about a mother-son duo who shape-shifting creatures that feed on virgins.
There is one Stephen King nightmare you won't find in any book. One Stephen King story too terrifying for words. One he's been saving just for the screen. Columbia Pictures presents an original work of terror from the modern master of horror. Stephen King's Sleepwalkers, directed by Mick Garris.
I think I saw that this year.
I pity you.
They normally maintain a human form, but can transform into human-sized bipedal werecats.
Cool. No, I haven't seen this.
It's awful.
I'm thinking of
goddamn awful.
What was that film from not long ago where like weird stuff happens and a mother and son end up kind of physically fused into one big blobby mass? That's what I was thinking of.
Is that not Society?
No, but I also saw that.
It starred Brian Krause, Machen Amick, and Alice Krieger. Alice Krieger was the Borg Queen in one of the Star Trek films a few years later.
29% Rotten Tomatoes. It's not the worst Stephen King adaptation on Rotten Tomatoes. That honour goes to Graveyard Shift with 0%. I feel a bit bad that we're going to have to rush through this one.
It's not as if anyone listening doesn't know everything about it already, isn't it?
From the sewers of Gotham, a new villain emerges. From the rooftops, the perfect enemy comes to life.
I am Catwoman.
And the only one who can save this city is a creature of the night. Michael Keaton.
What do you want?
Danny DeVito.
You don't really think you'll win, do you?
Michelle Pfeiffer. Batman Returns.
It's good. We all like it.
Everyone knows Batman Returns. Third greatest Christmas film after, of course, Die Hard being number 2 and Brazil being number 1. Directed by Tim Burton, starring Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Christopher Walken and Michelle Pfeiffer.
A problem developed with the Batman films in the 80s and 90s was they really overcrowded it with villains. So you never really got enough focus on any one of them. And I think great that Michelle Pfeiffer was. You spelt Pfeiffer wrong as well, by the way.
I don't care.
Great though Michelle Pfeiffer was. As Catwoman, I really do think the Catwoman should have been left out of it, and she should have got her own film.
That's interesting for you to say, because I think of Batman Forever as that one with Catwoman in it.
Yeah, unfortunately, we did get our own Catwoman film, and wasn't good.
It would have been better if Michelle Pfeiffer was doing the role.
So what do we think Batman 89 got before we do Batman Returns?
90.
Way off. What do you think for Batman 89, Dave?
70?
I don't know, because it's a film I find really hard to pin down. So I'll go low for that reason. Let's say 62, something like that.
None of you got it right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Batman 89 is 77%. What do we think Batman Returns got then?
Oh, I think that's got more. I think that'll be 80.
82 for Batman Returns. Next up, we have Universal Soldier, which is a sci-fi action film about two soldiers, Luc Devereaux. Am I pronouncing that right? I don't know.
Devereaux.
And Andrew Scott, who are killed in the Vietnam War and later revived as part of a secret government program that turns them into superhuman reprogrammed soldiers. When they regain their memories, they turn on the creators, leading to a showdown. The film blends intense action with themes of identity and memory manipulation.
It was a top secret government project.
Pack them in ice. All of them.
Designed to create the perfect soldier.
No man would ever again have to die in the service of his country.
Cryogenically preserved.
Okay, guys. Memory clearance.
Genetically enhanced.
How's the picture?
Pretty ugly.
Very funny, very funny.
Programmed to obey.
They're at the tower. Okay, here we go.
Who are these guys?
30 hostages held inside the power station at the base of the structure.
I said shut up! We're inside.
Begin phase 2.
This marks the third successful mission for the Universal Soldier.
But there was something they didn't count on.
He's not responding. GR-44, do you read me?
At the end of the mission, he became completely unresponsive.
Inside the machine is a man.
Do you really think the Pentagon would allow the regeneration of dead soldiers?
Stop the girl. Shoot if you have to.
And all it takes
Veronica Roberts, TNA.
is one memory
You didn't do anything!
to awaken him.
Let's go! Hit it!
Traitor. Universal Soldier.
Directed by Roland Emmerich, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren and Ali Walker, this is basically The Terminator.
I very much love Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren, and therefore quite like this film.
I've never had any impulse to see
It's quite good.
It is cheesy fun.
Yeah.
Cheesy fun.
I've got the Rotten Tomatoes listings for like the entire Universal Soldier series of films here, but I'm not going to go through them all.
I did not know there was that many.
I really like this movie. Kim really likes this movie. We are in the minority. 34% for this one. The lowest of the series was Universal Soldier 2, which scored 0%.
I do see a pattern with Roland Emmerich films where if you also add in Independence Day and then Independence Day 2, every single one of them appears to be take your brain off the hook action.
I mean, I'm not against those.
No, I'm not against those either. But it's you're not going to have a cerebral experience when you're watching his work.
Day of Reckoning, the last one, was actually the highest scoring one with 57%.
Oh, Lord.
Throughout the history of motion pictures, there have been many big dog stars. Toto had a big adventure. Petey had a big appetite. Rin Tin Tin was a big hero. And Lassie had a big heart.
You've come back!
But now, Ivan Reitman, who brought you Ghostbusters, Kindergarten Cop, and Twins, proudly presents the biggest dog star of them all. Beethoven.
No!
Who doesn't love Beethoven?
Me! I hate this film.
Really?
Martin, get out of your own podcast.
Beethoven is a family comedy about mischievous St. Bernard dog who causes chaos in the Newton family. Because chaos in the Newton's family's life.
St. Bernard. How American of you. It's St. Bernard.
It's Bernard.
It is St.
It's
Bernard.
St. Bernard.
Right, my mum used to do crufts. It's a St. Bernard.
It is St. Bernard.
There you
St.
go.
Bernard.
That is new to me. I've only heard them
We're
called
not
St. Bernard
Americans.
before, but
Stop it.
If Crofts say it's St. Bernard, then...
So, a St. Bernard dog who causes chaos in Newton's family life. Initially, the family struggle with the dog's antics, but they soon grow to love him. When a villainous vet plans to use Beethoven for illegal experiments. The Newtons must come together to save their furry friend.
I just remember there's a big dog and he knocks Mulder over, and that's basically all I can
St.
give you.
Bernard's dog, yes.
According to IMDb, soon after filming Beethoven's second, Chris de St. Bernard went to live on a farm.
Oh dear, did he? Right.
Yes. Directed by Brian Levant.
You mean Brian Levant?
Brian Levant. Whatever.
I'm with
And
the other man on
Bonnie,
this one.
and Bonnie Hunt.
Okay, starring Charles Grodin, Bonnie Hunt, Dean Jones, Oliver Platt, Stanley Tucci, and Chris de St. Bernard.
I think I've won that argument. You're just going to have to let that one go. It's
You can think what you want.
He doesn't, that's the problem.
You all really love this film, don't you?
I've never seen it, actually.
I like
Big
it
dog.
because it's got a big, cute dog in it.
Got a big dog?
Yeah.
I doubt it's a good film, but it has got a big dog, and I definitely saw at least one, maybe multiple sequels to this thing.
It does definitely have a big dog. But the main reason I hate this film so much is it's got one of those scenes with kids playing video games where it's very... You know what I'm talking
Just
about.
randomly bashing the buttons, you can
Yes.
see they're not really playing it.
So-
Yeah.
Sound from a completely different game than the one they're showing. That sort of
It makes it look like there's no skill involved in playing video games. A lot of the time, there is a lot of skill in playing video games.
Okay, fine. All right. I'm gonna get that thing right there, okay? Okay, that leaves mine. I get the next one. Okay, fine. Get that question block.
One, the two kids are playing Mario 3, both playing at the same time. Number two, one of the kids is using a power glove. And number three, he's not even using it right.
Oh, how's he using it? He's just twiddling his hand back and forth.
He's got it in his hand with the controller bit, like that. He's not even wearing the glove.
That's probably the best way to use them, to be honest.
There were 7 Beethoven films in total.
To be fair, you had to make a sequel to Beethoven so that you could call it Beethoven Second.
Yes.
And you kind of have to get as far as 5. I don't know why they did 7.
What do you think the first one got?
70?
41.
Dave, you are the closest. And you're still too high.
Oh, God.
31%.
31%.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not going to be a good film, is it? By the way, may I say, Beethoven Second, I'm pretty sure, was that when I went to that with my brother's birthday party, I think that's the first day I had a pizza in my life. And I was smitten.
What do you think Beethoven second got?
42.
28.
As I said, there are 7 Beethoven films in total.
Oh, here we go.
Now, some of them didn't get enough reviews to qualify. None of them got above 0%.
Above
Okay,
0%.
we'll let you win this argument, Mr. H. You win this one.
Wow. Did they get below 0%?
Cripes.
Something too open. Mel Gibson.
Hello, Car 54, where are you?
Danny Glover. Joe Pesci. Lethal Weapon 3, directed by Richard Donner.
Oh no, not another Lethal Weapon film.
Action-packed buddy cop film where detectives Martin Riggs and Roger Murtaugh take on a former cop turned arms dealer, Jack Travis, as they investigate a series of illegal weapons sales.
If ever there's an example of a franchise where every installment is exactly the same as the previous one, it's the Lethal Weapon films. They're likeable enough films, but they're very generic.
This is 2 just blokes for me.
Yeah.
It's 2 blokes, they're walking about, they got guns, I don't care.
Rush Hour did it better.
I'm just going to say, I don't like Richard Donner as a director. I like his 2 Christmas films that he did, Scrooged and Santa Claus, and that's it. Hello, it's Editor Martin here, and of course Richard Donner didn't direct Santa Claus the movie. It was directed by, and I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, Jeanette Schwartz.
It was top for 1 week.
Yes.
To say it only 1 week, thankfully.
Shall we move on to a film that everyone seemed to hate, but I actually really
I like it. It's not just you.
It started. 3 times the suspense.
It's here.
3 times the danger.
Run as fast as you can!
3 times the terror. Sigourney Weaver. Alien 3 starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
the third instalment in the Alien franchise, directed by David Fincher. After escaping the xenomorph on a spaceship in Aliens, Ripley, Sigourney Weaver, crash lands on Fiorina 161, a desolate prison planet. The inmates, mostly violent criminals, are unarmed, but soon a deadly alien emerges from one of them. Ripley must confront the creature once again while also dealing with the moral dilemma of her own fate and the fate of the prisoners. Starring Sigourney Weaver, Charles S. Dutton and Charles Dance.
This is an early-ish Fincher film.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised it only got 1 week at number 1, being part of the franchise it is.
A lot of people took umbrage with the fact that 2 of their favourite characters from Aliens were basically killed off screen.
Yeah, I can get that.
Paul McGann's in this film, it's automatically good. Actually, having said that, he's also in Lesbian Vampire Killers, and that is god-awful.
That is terrible.
In fairness, Lesbian Vampire Killers, it's not really his fault, it's awful. James Corden's in it. But no, I really enjoy this film for what it is. It brings it back more to the side of Alien rather than Aliens. It's a lone alien again. They're on this prison ship. There's no weapons or anything. They basically just got a pack of matches.
It's just a nice, good old alien-filled action romp.
What do we think the score was?
High,
No.
80-ish.
No, I don't. I think 60-ish.
Oh, people hated this film.
I was going to say, I had the impression people hated this one.
44% for Alien 3, 93% for Alien,
Whoa.
and Aliens a little bit higher, 94%. We won't go through all of them. Alien Resurrection, 56%. From this point onwards, the Alien franchise became overly complicated. 2 AVP films and Prometheus, muddying the timeline a bit. So let's just say that the only really good Alien film of recent years was Alien Romulus, and leave it at that.
I have not seen it. I'm kind of disappointed that Lethal Weapon just sneaked back up there again.
What the hell was wrong with the universe in 1992?
Yes.
There was a lot of films.
With the films, it's kind of dependent on how long they stay in the theatres. The music can go on for bloody months.
I also feel like we had this the other way around. Last series, though, it felt like the number 1 singles were just chonking it through, but then Prince of Thieves.
The number 1 song for the 21st of the 12th, 91, staying at number 1 for 5 weeks, was a double A-side of Bohemian Rhapsody and These Are the Days of Our Lives.
Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a cool boy, I need no sympathy, because I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me.
So, breaking all the rules and still becoming a hit, Bohemian Rhapsody became the UK number 1 for the second time in the week ending 21st of December 1991. Nearly 6 minutes long with no catchy repeatable chorus and spanning multiple genres, it was considered completely unplayable for radio upon its original release in the 70s. So, of course, largely thanks to anarchic DJ Kenny Everett, it was played completely constantly, and because Queen are incomparable geniuses, it pretty much hit status of legend, not just double number 1.
Once more, Capital Radio has said to the BBC and got itself another exclusive scooperooty.
Yes, friends, Freddie pressed it into my hot little hand this very last night, and he said, "Go forth and be fab, Ken." So, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time anywhere in this universe of ours, we present at this moment of time the new Queen single.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Sadly, the song was re-released for a tragic reason. On the 24th of November 1991, Freddie Mercury passed away. The cause of death was ruled to be bronchopneumonia, which was directly brought on by complications from AIDS. Freddie's final song, These Are the Days of Our Lives, was included with the single as a double A-side.
Sometimes I get to feeling I was back in the old days, long ago, when we were kids, when we were young. Things seem so perfect, you know.
In description, the song is a tender, nostalgic meditation on memory and the passage of time, written primarily by drummer Roger Taylor. capturing the ache of looking back, the quiet joy of fleeting moments, and the deep emotional weight of parenthood. Recorded in 1991 while Freddie Mercury was gravely ill with AIDS, the track became an unintended farewell, its lyrics resonating with love, regret, and a bittersweet acceptance of time lost, while gently urging the listener to cherish the fragile beauty of the present. Its emotional power is heightened by the final moments of the music video, in which Freddie turns to the camera with a sad, gentle smile and softly whispers goodbye, a heartbreaking gesture that feels less like performance and more like a final message to the world. All royalties from this release were donated to the Terence Higgins Trust, which is a UK AIDS charity. Over $1 million was raised, which at this time was the biggest single donation they had ever received. I don't think there's that many bigger donations to this day.
I just thought it was because Wayne's World came out.
My impression I got was that Wayne's World started doing stuff about Queen because Freddie Mercury died.
Right. I think it's just a nice sort of cyclic kind of circle. But there's no real definable way to describe this song other than it's superb.
This write-up was a combination of both me and Kim, with Kim mostly concentrating on Bohemian Rhapsody and me Days of Our Lives. The reason I asked Kim to read it is because I cannot read it without tearing up towards the end.
Yeah, it really is like Freddie's swan song. It's a beautiful piece of work. Like Bohemian Rhapsody is the barnstormer song, and these are the days. It's so quiet, it's so poignant. They work so well as two sides of the same coin. I almost sound like I know what I'm talking about here. Almost.
I like These Are the Days of Our Lives. I'm now going to say something which is going to sound incredibly blasphemous. I actually never liked Bohemian Rhapsody, and I've never seen what the fuss is about it.
I hadn't heard it, but I just knew its name, and I was like, well, obviously I'm not going to like anything called Bohemian Rhapsody. So I was really surprised. It was on some album or something that Dad had, and I just remember reading it going, well, I'm never listening to that. And so I was really surprised when watching Wayne's World, and he's like, lads, I'm putting on Bohemian Rhapsody. And I was like, whoa, what do you mean? This is going to be rubbish. And obviously it was just such a funny bit and such a good bit, and because it's such a good song, actually, Martin, that I bought the album. That's where I'm not a young man anymore, but I'm young enough that Wayne's World was my way into Bohemian Rhapsody, and the album was where I really heard it.
It's a scene that actually almost got cut out of the film because Mike Myers didn't think it was funny enough.
The reason I think it's so funny, I know that everyone likes that they all do the headbanging and everything, and there was a lovely moment actually at the Millennium Party around my friend's house where we were all sitting there, and someone had put that on, and my friend the DJ who was playing the tunes at the time, he couldn't recover from watching us all not all headbang at the same time, but all tilt our heads back ready to headbang at the same time. The synchronicity of that across an entire room was apparently wonderful. No, the thing I think is the real laugh out loud moment for me when I watched that scene is the guy I think on the back seat who, when it goes do, and he just does the little drum, and he's crossed his arms over properly. That was really funny.
I also like the next song, but I'm not sure everyone else is going to.
Okay, what's this?
The next song is by Wet, 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 Good Night Girl.
You hear me so clearly and see how I try. You feel me, so heal me and tear me apart. And I won't tell it so. I won't tell it all.
25th of January 92 for 4 weeks. This soulful ballad helped actually define Wet, 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 quote, ballad era, and it paved the way for the somewhat bigger hit Love Is All Around in 1994. It was the first #1 in the UK, stayed there for a total of 4 weeks. I quite like it. I quite like Wet, Wet, Wet. I find them very nice and easy to listen to. Mark Pellow's got a lovely voice. Others may have different opinions.
Is this the Wishing Well one?
It is. It is the Wishing Well one.
Then I do remember it.
It's just a nice song.
It is quite nice, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
Something that always confuses me about Wet, Wet, Wet is I remember when they did Love Is All Around, and I remember I already knew who they were. I already knew what that band was. And I don't anymore. I can only remember them doing Love Is All Around. So I guess maybe this was what I already knew they did.
The big three were Love Is All Around, Good Night Girl, and Julia Says. It's a nice song. replaced by an absolute fucking banger.
You've been moaning about misspellings and mispunctuations in the script. I had to change this one when Kim sent it to me. Because...
I mean, you haven't, because they don't have the E in Shakespeare's Sister.
Do they not? I apologise.
If this world is wearing thin and you're thinking of escape, I'll go anywhere with you. Just wrap me up in chains. But if you try to go alone, don't think I'll understand. Stay with me.
According to Siobhan Fahey, the misspelling of Shakespeare's with no E sister originated from an accidental punctuation error on a woodcut sign where the apostrophe in Shakespeare's was omitted. And they
Do you know what?
Well.
The worst thing about it is I wrote that bit.
I know. I'm aware.
Everybody, tell me now.
I am now also aware of quite how much I sound like Mr. O.
It is a genuinely brilliant song, though. It
it's
is a genuinely
fantastic.
superb song.
And that's why it spent 8 weeks at number 1, starting on the 22nd.
There is one thing that people at the time were making fun of, was the incredibly, almost terrifying contrast in the quality of the vocals, because one of them sounds like a choir boy during a Christmas
yeah, well, that's part of it. That's
and the
part
other one, frankly, sounds like a foghorn. it was.
That's the part of it. It's two different records mashed together.
That's well, I think my description is apt. This weird goth/gospel electronica ballad.
Gospel.
It did also win the Brit Award for Best British Video of the Year in 1993, the year later. Inspired by the film Cat Women of the Moon. No, I haven't heard of it either.
Oh.
No, but I want to see it now.
Yeah. And Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics got a co-writing credit on it, and it has been repeatedly described over the years by many different people as a masterpiece.
Unfortunately, the partnership actually broke up not long after this in a pretty horrible way. They recently reformed again, buried the hatchet, but you do kind of wonder what else they might have done together in between times if they hadn't fallen out.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the Shakespeare's Sister song. I'm sure they had others, but
they had some before that. Yeah.
So, to come up with your best and most popular song and then for it to instantly crumble afterwards is a bit of a disappointment for them.
It's really sad, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You do really wonder what else they might have produced together throughout the 2000s, for instance, if they'd still work together.
Speaking of disappointing,
deeply dip about the curves you got, deeply hot for the curves you got, deeply dip about the fun we had, deeply mad for the fun we had. Oh my love, I can't make head nor tail of passion.
Unfortunately, yeah. Stay was at number 1 for 8 weeks, after which we had Deeply Dippy by Right Said Fred.
I have a soft spot for that. I know the Freds have turned out a bit funny, but I just think it's a well-written song.
Most famously used in an advert for Sun Bingo. Not very good people now as big old right-wing anti-vaxxers. I was a particular fan, however, of their Twitter war with Jedward, who spent the pandemic living in Tara Reid's basement apartment.
Pardon? What?
Jedward were filming with Tara Reid, and they spent the pandemic in her basement apartment. And they would be really go get your vaccines, go and, be happy, follow the rules. And ended up in a massive bun fight with Right Said Fred on Twitter.
Just this thought about Jedward being trapped in Tara Reid's apartment.
Dave, you said before, you're like, I've got a bit of a soft spot for this song. I've got a bit of a soft spot for Jedward.
I don't know anything about them, but everything I do hear is they sound quite sound, and this is the latest one. They opposed the Freds. Yeah, go ahead.
Coming next. This was also not a great song.
Please don't go. Please don't go.
song. And I want you to know that I'm gonna miss your love the minute you walk out that door. Please don't go. Please don't go.
So after Dippy Dippy somehow held on to the number one spot for 3 weeks, we have Please Don't Go by KWS, hitting the top of the charts the week ending 9th of May 92 and staying there for 5 weeks. Now, obviously, this is a cover version of the KC and the Sunshine Band song, but it is actually a cover version of a cover version, and KWS recorded it after Network Records failed to secure the distribution rights of the band Y-O-U, for the love of Christ, Kim.
Yeah.
That's all right. I said something the other day, it ended with a G, and it ends with B-O-egg.
A big egg.
A big egg.
I'm just listening now to the KWS Please Don't Go, and yes, I do recognise it.
So Network Records failed to secure the distribution rights of W's version, and the similarity actually led to Network paying compensation to W's producer 3 years later. It's a generic summary dance banger, and what can I say except next?
I don't know how I feel about this. This is a combination of a band I love and a band I hate.
How can you hate Erasure?
Oh, shut up.
If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know and I'll be around. If you got no place to go when you're feeling down.
I cannot stand ABBA. I really don't like ABBA.
That's weird of you, mate. Like, I get like not being that into them, but it's like, I hate ABBA.
No,
I really hate Jam.
Some of my clients have obsessive likes of certain songs.
Right. Okay.
I'm not blaming anyone. It's just ruined
just
them
is
for
what
me.
it is.
Hello, wife Kim here. I have a husband who is autistic and ADHD, and he is obsessive about a show called Knightmare, and he will info dump on me constantly about it. He wants the whole flat decorated in Knightmare paraphernalia.
I never said the whole flat. I said one little bit of wall.
If you say so, Martin.
It's like the way retail workers think about Christmas songs.
Exactly, yes.
That frankly doesn't count as hating ABBA as far as I'm concerned. Like you've entered into a circumstance. It's like, when you eat something you really like or drink something you really like and then you just randomly get food poisoning and now your brain is conditioned to not have that again. Be like, well, I didn't. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. But yeah, I bloody love Erasure. I think I've described them here as the talented duo of bonkers. This was released to promote their ABBA-esque tour, and it was credited with kicking off a bit of an ABBA revival in the UK, probably much to Martin's dismay.
If this is like 1991-2 sort of time, it would have been around then that I became like old enough to be interested in pop music sufficiently to buy my first Now album. And that had 2 ABBA songs on it, except one of them was Bjorn Again. And in fact, that might have had an Erasure ABBA song. It might have had 3 ABBA songs on it.
It would have been about that time. Delightfully, I only have the shortest but funniest story about Erasure. Me and my mum both love them, and it was. Sorry, it's about to get lightly political, but for a funny reason. Me and my mum were discussing politics somewhere in the sort of early 2010s, and my mum just went, "You know who I think should be given a shot at PM, a shot at running the country? Vince Clarke."
A revelation apparently so shocking that I dropped my microphone.
And I went, "But Mum, that's half of Erasure." And she went, "Oh God, who do I mean?" And she meant Vince Cable. But then she thought about it for a little while.
As long as she didn't mean Alan Clark. Oh my God.
But then she thought about it for a little while and she's like, do you know what? They couldn't do a worse job. I'm inclined to agree. The ABBA-esque EP did quite well in the UK, being at number 1 for 5 weeks. It also reached number 1 in Austria, Finland, Denmark, Greece, Ireland and Sweden. The next one, after 5 weeks of delightful Erasure, is a Geordie.
She says, it's not you, it's me. I need a little time, a little space, a place to find myself again, you know. Oh yeah, I know goodbye when I hear it. She smiles, but her heart's already out there. Walking down the street, she says,
I don't want nobody else. I love you. somebody else, and that's true.
She's lying.
Say you'll always be my friend, sweet darling.
What does she pretend?
Hey!
I completely forgot that Jimmy Nail did this.
Did you? You forget it. It was a huge hit. It was a banger.
Yeah, I remember now, but I'd completely forgotten about it. It completely fallen out of my memory.
I had a little argument with my co-host on Sonic the Comic podcast, Chris, who just didn't know about this, but massively knew about his next big hit, Crocodile Shoes, and I couldn't remember that. And I think
actually think that's worse.
Crocodile Shoes had a whole TV series advertising it.
It did, yeah. And but I wasn't interested in that. I was blokes. I was little.
Yeah, blokes.
I think we did determine that maybe this one wasn't a hit in Ireland where he lives, and
maybe,
the Crocodile Shoes was. No doubt it was a very fascinating record because it was just quite a cool record. It sounded like a bit older than it was. It sounded like maybe a revival of a classic thing, even though it wasn't. And it was just this actor off the telly, and he just had a perfectly competent.
You're saying that. I am just now realising what song this is.
It's the She's Lying one, and that is such a good gimmick. That he's just commenting on the chorus is going, and he just keeps going, she's lying. And then he would go into the chorus, and that was a good little dancey tune. It was good, this.
I think I've described it here as Jimmy Nail's shuffly storyteller.
Yes, that is a good description, yeah.
Yeah, it's like half spoken, half sung, and the chorus almost sounds like a march with him speaking over the top of it. It's just a really good, well put together song. And what will surprise you is it is actually his biggest hit.
That doesn't surprise
this does not shock me.
No.
Because I thought...
Did he have any... Was this him starting his music career now, or was he already doing that?
He was already doing it, but not to a sort of charting level. He'd been kind of gigging around the Northeast for a while.
He was mainly known for Auf Wiedersehen Pet at the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's who he was. He was an actor from Auf Wiedersehen Pet.
By all accounts, I've never met him. By all accounts, Jimmy Nail's an all right bloke. It's Geordie, of course he is. And it was followed by the probably more catchy, but in my opinion, infinitely inferior Rhythm is a Dancer.
Rhythm is a dancer, it's a source companion. People feel it everywhere. Lift your hands and voices, free your mind and join us. You can feel it in the air. Oh, it's a passion. Oh, you can feel it, yeah. It's a passion.
Oh, I like Rhythm is a Dancer.
I had a girlfriend about 20 odd years ago who was absolutely obsessed with this song. And I'm pretty sure that's the reason we broke up.
Yes, I can't imagine being obsessed with it, but it's certainly if you want to remember a time, put that on.
I feel like you could be obsessed with it for an incredibly short amount of time before it absolutely gets on the edges of your teeth.
Yes.
I have an issue with this song. It came out around the time that my grandfather died. And that lyric, basically, yeah.
Oh, the one that was absolutely trounced in pretty much every music publication that ever existed, including by the guy that sung it.
Yeah. It certainly comes as a surprise, doesn't it?
I'm serious as cancer when I say rhythm is a dancer.
Rhythm is a dancer.
It wasn't the most tactful bit of songwriting.
Other than that line, though, Rhythm is a Dancer is 1992 in musical form.
100% agree.
Synthesizers, leather trousers, and lyrics that boldly insist rhythm is a literal dancer with a spiritual connection to your soul. But yes, it was controversial on release, thanks to the line, I'm serious as cancer when I say rhythm is a dancer.
Yeah.
Criticised by health groups and later voted the worst lyric of all time in a 2008 Telegraph poll, proving that even questionable poetry...
Not a Telegraph poll, like a poll in the Telegraph.
Yeah. I was like, can I put that a better way? And I was like, no, I'm just going to leave that in.
It was criticised by a Telegraph poll. It came into sentience especially to make this criticism. I will say...
I just used to leave messages on Telegraph polls back then. Hey, this lyric's
I'm going to leave this in just because I know Kim will just read it.
Yeah. That was my exact thought process. I'm going to leave this in and either Martin or Kim's going to read it.
And proving that even questionable poetry can become a timeless...
I agree with that.
Classic.
It's what it is it's a school disco song as well.
Yeah.
I cannot feel there's a bit of a contradiction in that. You're saying that it was 1992 in song form, but it's a timeless dancehall classic.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you said it, I agreed that Rhythm is a Dancer was 1992 in musical form. And then I went, no, because wasn't... And we're about to do it. This is 1992.
Go on then, Dave. Go on, Dave. Tell us all about it.
Boy, it's ever so good.
These Ebenee's are good. You see that he's mischievous, mysterious and devious. When he circulates amongst the people in the place, once you know he's fun and something of a genius, he gives a grin that goes around face to face to face. Backwards and then forwards, forwards and then backwards. Easer is a geezer, he loves to muscle in. That's about the time the crowd will shout the name of Easer, he's conjured in the corner laughing by the bass bin. Easy good, easy good. These Ebene's are good. Easy good, easy good. These Ebene's are good.
It's Ebenezer Good by the Shaman or Shaman, and I can never remember which one. I think they said Shaman, didn't they?
Yeah.
Ebenezer Good is the Shaman's cheerful attempt to smuggle rave culture onto daytime radio by disguising a song about ecstasy as a novelty record about a suspiciously popular man. On the surface, it's a bouncy slice of early 90s chaos. Beneath it lies a series of not at all subtle drug references that somehow fooled enough people to send it to number one. The song promptly caused outrage among politicians, tabloid newspapers, and anyone who realised that E's are good was not, in fact, a public health slogan, turning Ebenezer Good into the rare pop hit that doubled as both a rave anthem and a moral panic. That song's had enough impact on Martin H's life that when my wife asks me what vegetables I'd like for dinner, yes, the inevitable answer is usually peas are good. What a good record this is.
It was Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds all over again, really, wasn't it?
I was wrong about this song for the longest time. I didn't. Not only did I not get the reference because I was flipping like 9 or 10 or whatever it was, but also because I couldn't hear it properly. I thought they were going, he's good, and still part of me hears it that way because that's how it's ingrained. So I just thought it was about this bloke that's good. It's just, and I didn't think that they earned, because I didn't know the title of it either. It would just be on the radio. You would hear it. I thought they were saying, he's good, he's never been so good.
But we have to always remember, his friends call him Easer. He is the main geezer. He vibes up the place like no other man should.
It's dead good, this. I might put it on after this.
It is what the kids of today would call a bop.
I'll always remember the bloke from it. What was he called? Like Mr. E or something, or Mr. C or Mr. somebody. The bloke who sang this. Whatever his name was, anyway, he was on one.
About to find out for you.
Yeah, thank you. He was on one of those I Heart, whatever year it was, I Heart 1992. And I just remember him saying, a lot of people made a big fuss about how you could read it to be a reference to drugs because we keep saying E in it and everything. So I just want to clear up once and for all that the song was about ecstasy, the drug. And he did a little grin that I've never forgotten. And I quite appreciate it.
The rapper was called Mr. C, and his
C.
name was actually Richard.
There we go.
And the main bod of the shaman was called Colin.
Top of the charts for 4 weeks.
Which takes us into Knightmare Series 6 run. And that's it for Series 6, Episode 0. We'll put together a Spotify playlist for all the songs we've talked about for you to check out. And we'd like to give a big thank you to Dave Bulmer for joining us today.
No problem.
Thank you, Dave.
If you've been enjoying the podcast, please leave us a rating and review on your platform of choice. It really helps us grow and reach more people who might enjoy what we're doing.
We're Knightmare Pod on Threads and Twitter, and you can find us on Instagram at Temporal Discussion, and you can find us by searching for Temporal Discussion on YouTube.
You can also follow us on Blue Sky at nightmarepod.bsky.social or on Mastodon at topspicy.social/@nightmarepod.
We are technically on Twitter as well, like, the twitching corpse of what is left Twitter.
Don't we all hate when ads interrupt podcasts? So we're keeping this one ad-free. Well, they are. I'm nothing to do with it. I'm just here today. And that's thanks to the help of their supporters on Patreon. That is you, listeners. If you don't like ads, you want to go to this. It is join them by supporting Knightmare Pod, patreon.com/Knightmare Pod. Remember that K.
Speaking of which, here's a shout out to Keepers of the Book of Quests, David N. Rabbit, Paul McIntosh, Peter Polsford, and Scott Evans. Advisors, Benjamin Bloom, David Thompson, Kim Harder, Kim Stewart-Crossley, whoever that is, Lord Entropy, the O is a 0, Paul Craddy, Peter Sidorn, and Pig Beanis. And of course, our Dungeoneers, Peter Courage, Dan Heath, and Adam Battersby.
If you'd like to hear your name mentioned on the podcast, support us at Dungeoneer level or above on Patreon.
Patreon supporters also get access to exclusive episodes, merchandise, and if you pledge as a keeper of the Book of Quest, you'll even get the chance to join us as a guest on the show, if you so wish. All our paid-up members also get access to each episode an entire week before everybody else, or possibly longer, when I remember to upload them.
The website you want is NightmarePod, remember the K, knightmarepod.co.uk, and you can find temporal discussion merchandise, including t-shirts and stickers and other stuff as well, all at nightmarepod.redbubble.com.
You can also drop us an email at podcast@knightmarepod.co.uk.
Dave, would you like to plug your stuff here?
Yeah, go on. All right. So, if anyone's listened to this and they were like, oh, all I want now, literally all I want in the world is to hear this guy's voice some more, blithering on about things from the past. To be fair, like, my podcast is actually really suitable for people who would like this sort of thing, and I think probably everybody more or less agrees and already listens to it. But Sonic the Comic, the podcast, it was a comic that came out probably a couple of years after Knightmare finished. There's a little bit of crossover. In fact, didn't Knightmare finish about 93?
94. Yeah.
94. Oh, then there's a whole year of crossover. So there's going to be some crossover. Here in the UK, you know Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Well, here in the UK, we had the only tie-in thing about that, a comic, that actually was a bit like the games. Everyone else just made up anything. There was nothing like it. Ours was just like the games. They brought out this comic. It was actually good. And it was something of a portal onto pop culture of the time because it had news and reviews and all sorts of things. So my podcast is Sonic the Comic, the podcast. You'll find it at stctp.zone. That sounds more complicated than it is. It just stands for Sonic the Comic, the podcast. That's more complicated than it is. It stands for Sonic the Comic, the podcast. stctp.zone is the website, and you'll find all of the stuff there. And this podcast is about that comic, but it's about living in this time. We take you out and we drop you into that time with as many. I'll play the telly adverts and I play theme tunes and all those things. And I flip in, just read you my diary from when I was a kid and a teenager. Every 2 weeks, I just literally read you my real diary from then, and you get to find out what the world was like, or at least what it was like for someone like me anyway. And
I feel like I have some listening to catch up on.
When I started this podcast, there were two podcasts that I took inspiration from. Yeah. One of them being Under Consultation, the Games Master podcast, and the other one being Sonic the Comic, the podcast.
Been on that. That's mostly, you can find me, come on to Blue Sky. I'm demontomatodave.bisky.social over there. You'll find out why before too many years have passed. And I'm also on. I used to make a load of YouTube videos, Demon Tomato Dave, and I became one of those people who was never tremendously popular, but everyone keeps going, "Aren't you that bloke from the internet?" You know, I had a little footprint there. Demon Tomato Dave, YouTube, Blue Sky. Oh, and also I got another podcast you might be interested in called Serious Disney. That's about them Disney remakes that they did, but tied in with me and my co-host Jahan's lifelong. We just grew up in the 90s. Disney was really good then, so Amazing. We all care about the cartoons. So you might, for instance, like the hours-long whinging about the Beauty and the Beast remake or the Little Mermaid remake that we've done. Things like that. They're good as well. Cool. That's me. Serious Disney. Sonic the Comic, the podcast. Demon Tomato Dave. See you all there.
And that's what we've got for this episode. Kim and Martineau will be back in a couple of weeks when they'll be taking a look at the news stories that occurred during Nightmare's off-season. So until then...
just keep telling yourself.
It's only a podcast.
Isn't it?
Naughty, very naughty.